I want to share with you my own personal experience. Few days ago when I was going to work, so I enter a bus. When I got to the bus, something speak to me that this is your opportunity to preach the gospel of God to the people in the bus. And I was like, maybe let's just move further a bit. I'm going to do it when we move a little bit further. So in less than 30 seconds of me still thinking about how I will do it in my mind, somebody else picked it up in the bus. And I was like, Jesus, what's going on here? And I was like, so few the second I was now thinking about the whole issue, and I was like, that is how people miss divine opportunity. That is how they miss their divine timing. Something told me, speak up. And I was still thinking on how to carry the instruction. Okay, let me wait for some minutes. And before I know it, somebody else picked it up. That is how we miss opportunity. And after missing those opportunity, we begin to ask God when, how, when. But we forget that when He instructed us, we did not obey. When He instructed us, we were still thinking on how we will carry it out. When He said take action. Look at the story of Peter in the Bible. When Jesus told Peter, launch the net, Peter did not ask question. Peter did not think of how else can I launch the net. I've been here throughout the night. I could not fetch a fish. But when Jesus said launch the net, immediately he obeyed. And after launching the net, he received the miracle that follow obedience. If we can actually obey God in total, trust me, things will happen the right way. Lines will fall in pleasant places for us if we can actually obey God in total. Not minding how it's going to happen, but just thinking on the obedience and the blessings that follow after it. There is no how somebody can obey God and you miss out in the journey of life. You can't follow God and miss road. There is no how you can follow God and fail. It is because we are still letting things to happen in our own way. That is why it feels like, okay, if I do it by myself, nothing will happen and all that. If you allow God in that decision, you will see a miracle. So that is what happened. Sometimes we delay it. We procrastinate God's instruction. And we want things to happen the way He has always promised us. If God has promised that He's going to do something, you must be obedient for you to enjoy it. It is absolute obedience that can give you a miracle. So, when you hear instruction, what I want to bring out of it, when you hear divine instruction, pick it up immediately. Take action. Don't snooze. Because when you snooze divine instruction, you are going to lose it. So when you hear divine instruction, don't snooze, just obey.